Phantom Line is an upcoming cooperative first-person shooter developed by Anti-Static Studios, set in a post-nuclear European continent. Players assume the role of operators, elite members of a special operations unit tasked with investigating and containing paranormal anomalies hidden from the public eye. The game supports both single-player and online co-op modes for up to 4 players, offering an open-world environment filled with dynamic events. Players can customize their base of operations, known as the Icebreaker ship, and utilize the M.I.N.S.K system to transfer consciousness between artificial bodies, allowing for diverse tactical approaches.
Now, go die again.
Nobody's Left is an action-adventure game developed by M.I.N.S.K Studio, set in a post-war apocalyptic city where survival necessitates adaptation. Players take on the role of an ordinary individual compelled to protect their loved ones amidst chaos. The game emphasizes emotional storytelling, urging players to expect the unexpected as they navigate through the narrative. Gameplay mechanics include stealth missions, close combat, and pragmatic gunplay without aim assistance, challenging players to hone their shooting skills.
Put the gun down. Let me take care of it.
It's too late.
Motorslice is an action-adventure game developed by Regular Studio, drawing inspiration from the Prince of Persia and Mirror's Edge series. Set in the ruins of a megastructure, players control a protagonist named P, who is on a mission to destroy every machine within this brutalist post-apocalyptic world. The game emphasizes fluid parkour mechanics, allowing players to run, climb, slide, crouch, wall run, and perform stunts to navigate the environment. Combat is integrated seamlessly, with players utilizing a chainsaw to engage hostile machines, ranging from smaller autonomous equipment to massive dump trucks. The Path into the Abyss is a first-person open-world survival shooter developed by M.I.N.S.K Productions. Set in a post-apocalyptic Buenos Aires, the game introduces players to a world transformed by the arrival of alien beings, leading to catastrophic climate changes and a deluge that has reshaped the city. In the ensuing chaos, various nations have vied for control, rendering the environment extremely hostile. Players must navigate this treacherous landscape, confronting both human and extraterrestrial threats.
Y allí se fueron, buscando eso que descendía de la casa del Creador Todopoderoso, una señal.
Yo estuve ahí. Existe algo distinto que vive en lo profundo. Es como una sombra. Ahora lo siento conmigo todo el tiempo.
Y ese mensaje llegó. Tomando la forma de un niño sobre unas rocas, las más extrañas que jamás habían conocido.
First is an upcoming first-person shooter developed by an independent studio, utilizing Unreal Engine 5 to deliver a visually stunning and immersive experience. Set in a dystopian future, the game places players in the role of a lone protagonist navigating through a sprawling metropolis plagued by corruption and advanced technological threats. The narrative focuses on themes of identity, freedom, and the ethical implications of artificial intelligence. Players will engage in fast-paced combat, utilizing a diverse arsenal of futuristic weapons and gadgets.
He used his inventory and skills. His friend had his back all along. One thing is sure, they made it because they had each other's back.
Rooted is a post-apocalyptic survival game developed by Headlight Studio, powered by Unreal Engine 5. Set near the year 2010, players find themselves as one of the few survivors in a world devastated by global bacteriological warfare. Nature has begun to reclaim urban areas, creating a lush yet perilous environment. Players must explore these overgrown ruins to scavenge resources, craft tools, and build shelters to ensure their survival. The game offers both solo and cooperative multiplayer modes, allowing players to team up with friends to tackle the challenges of this new world.
Reflects our commitment to rich and scalable gameplay, offering players not only a vast open world, but also deep, lore-driven immersion. Hey, just a quick word. From the very beginning, our community has been supporting the development of Rooted. If you too would like to support the team, you can add Rooted to your Steam wishlist and pledge the game on our official website. Everything you need to join us can be found on rootedthegame.com, Steam and Epic Game Store. Your support is truly appreciated. Thank you. Now let's talk about gameplay features. We've also added some exciting survival gameplay features.
Exoborne is an upcoming tactical open-world extraction shooter developed by Sharkmob. Set in a post-apocalyptic United States ravaged by extreme natural disasters, players assume the role of reborn, survivors equipped with advanced exo-rigs. These exoskeletons grant unique abilities, allowing players to navigate treacherous environments, combat hostile factions, and contend with dynamic weather conditions that can both aid and hinder gameplay. The game emphasizes high-stakes missions where players scavenge for resources, craft equipment, and engage in both PvE and PvP encounters. M.I.N.S.K is a third-person adventure survival horror game developed by Sodasign. Players control a robot, the last hope for its creator's survival, navigating a dark, post-apocalyptic world. The game places a strong emphasis on storytelling, immersing players in a gripping narrative filled with suspense, danger, and emotional depth. As the robot protagonist, players must overcome various challenges and threats in a hostile environment, uncovering an emotional story of survival, hope, and love. Pioner is an upcoming open-world first-person shooter developed by GFA Games. Set on a post-apocalyptic Soviet-era island, players assume the role of a former military operative exploring a desolate island filled with mutants, anomalies, and hostile factions. The game offers both PvE and PvP experiences, allowing players to engage in story-driven quests or faction missions, where building loyalty with various groups unlocks rewards and additional narrative content. The developers have emphasized realism, opting to forego traditional health bars and character levels, aiming for a more immersive experience.
Emissary, why are you here? What is your wish?
Permafrost is a third-person action-adventure survival crafting game developed by Space Rocket Games and published by Toplitz Productions. Set in the year 2035, after an apocalyptic cataclysm has transformed the world into a frozen wasteland known as the Permafrost, players must adapt to the perpetual winter by scavenging for resources, hunting rare animals, and crafting essential tools for survival amidst the unforgiving elements. The game emphasizes resource management as players must carefully balance their needs to endure the harsh environment. Kyoryu is an action-adventure game developed by Floating Rock Studio, set in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo where genetically modified dinosaurs have become the dominant species. Players control Tori, a young samurai T-Rex torn between his fascination with human civilization's ruins and the expectations of his overprotective father. The game emphasizes stealth and intelligence, requiring players to navigate obstacles and make varied choices to solve problems encountered during their journey. Combat involves agility and sharpness, as Tori must fight to survive against rival dinosaurs. Covenant is a first-person dark fantasy combat game developed by Legion Studio, a team comprising former developers from franchises such as Halo, Call of Duty, Destiny, and Doom. In the game, players assume the role of a heavenly messenger sent to a dark, Metroidvania-inspired world. The gameplay focuses on wielding martial arts, secret magic, and weapon combat to navigate a large, interconnected, and hand-curated environment. Players will discover various fighting stances, spells, weapons, and new gear to equip their characters, enhancing their combat capabilities and exploration potential.
I saw you fall like lightning from heaven.
The way forth is long and dark. You must be most brave.
10,000 swords stand before you.
Then 20,000 knees shall kneel.
Hail to the Rainbow is a first-person story-driven adventure game that blends elements of horror and shooting mechanics. Players follow the journey of Ignat, a solitary young man navigating a perilous post-apocalyptic cyberpunk world. The narrative delves into the challenges of survival in a chaotic environment where remnants of a tragic military past have forced the few survivors to adapt to harsh new realities. Throughout the game, players will explore the environment, decipher electronic records, and solve technical puzzles. Resource collection and inventory upgrades are crucial as they aid in overcoming the various dangers that lurk in this dystopian setting. Strange Shadow is a thrilling adventure game that places players in the role of a space traveler who has crash-landed on a mysterious planet. The primary objective is to find a way home while evading colossal, terrifying creatures that inhabit this alien world. The gameplay emphasizes stealth and evasion, requiring players to run, hide, and use various actions to navigate the environment and avoid detection by these giant beings. The game's atmosphere is designed to keep players on edge, combining elements of horror and suspense as they uncover the mysteries of the planet and strive to survive the lurking dangers.
Not hostile. This most recent gameplay clip, which inspired this video, does actually show off our ability to fight back, but I think it's our best bet to run. Aside from these beings, we'll face other equally large hazards like this collapsing skyscraper. I didn't notice this when I first watched it, but someone pointed out in a comment that the character probably should get knocked down to the ground, or at least be somewhat affected by this event. But hey, maybe their suit has some kind of special powers we don't know about yet. Strange Shadow...
A Silent Desolation is a solo survival game developed by SHK Interactive. Set on a post-apocalyptic Earth centuries after humanity's exodus, players find themselves stranded and must navigate the desolate landscape to survive. The game emphasizes exploration, crafting, and uncovering secrets as players work to repair a shuttle base, which serves as their potential means of escape. Throughout the journey, players will face various dangers, manage resources, and delve into the mysteries left behind by the vanished civilization. Forest Reigns is an emergent first-person shooter developed by VG Entertainment, set in a post-apocalyptic Paris overrun by an evolving forest and its deadly creatures. Players must adapt to the ever-changing environment, utilizing it to their advantage in combat and exploration. The game offers extensive weapon customization, allowing players to modify their guns to suit various combat scenarios. Additionally, players can form bonds with different factions within the game, with their choices influencing the unfolding story. Last Remains is a challenging multiplayer zombie survival game developed by Alliance and Renderer Game Studios. Set in the sprawling city of Z36, players must navigate handcrafted environments teeming with dangers, secrets, and opportunities. The game emphasizes dynamic exploration, allowing players to utilize advanced parkour mechanics to traverse buildings, alleys, and rooftops. Players can choose between stealth and combat, engaging in both PvE and PvP encounters. The city is overrun by the Grims, mutant undead that stalk every corner, requiring players to develop new tactics and become deadlier over time. No More Light is a survival shooter developed by Para51 Games and Invictus, set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by grotesque insectoid monsters. As a lone survivor, players must navigate a hostile environment, scavenge for resources, and uncover the dark secrets behind the alien invasion. The game features a deep, narrative-driven campaign, challenging players to make life or death decisions and form uneasy alliances with fellow survivors and enigmatic beings. TankHead is a roguelite exploration and vehicle combat game developed by Alpha Channel. Players assume the role of Whitaker, who pilots a drone-controlled tank through the desolate Event Containment Area, ECA, a post-apocalyptic world rendered uninhabitable for humans. The gameplay focuses on tactical combat, requiring players to expose enemy weak points and strike with precision. As players progress, they can scavenge the battlefield for resources to upgrade their tank, enhancing its capabilities and customizing it with various weapons, armor, and abilities.
One of those key resources is scrap. It can be earned by salvaging spare parts off of enemies or by picking up orange traces that drop off of enemies. Scrap can be used to repair individual parts on your tank or to restore its health. Use your scrap wisely. Element 115, or E115,
ASKET is an open-world shooter with life simulation elements developed by Arhaika. Set in a mystical post-Soviet world, players find themselves in the vicinity of a dead city, a place filled with strange anomalies, wild creatures, and rare artifacts. The game offers a blend of combat, exploration, and survival mechanics. Players can engage in both melee and ranged combat, utilizing a diverse arsenal that evolves from simple weapons like knives to more advanced firearms, such as the RPG-7. The environment is rich with anomalies and artifacts that can aid in survival, and players can traverse the anomalous world of Crossroads for fast travel.